Hello there. Good day, America. Welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to talk about my generation, Generation X. And yes, I have my baby with me. She wanted to sit with me this morning. Her name's Sadie. Duncan's over here in the chair. And anyway, let's get to it. Generation X is often labeled the rude generation, or the generation that grew up on hose water or neglect. And the generation that just really don't care what you think about them. And that's all true, but there's a reason. We grew up in a time when both parents had to work and we had to make our way home from school ourselves, and we had to take care of ourselves after that. And I really think it made us better human beings. It made us stronger. We had to figure stuff out, just like we still figure stuff out. You got generations now that I'm honestly worried about because they can't figure anything out. They can't even figure out what gender they are sometimes. And we won't get into that. But it really worries me for the future of our country, future of our planet. Um, we've let the country go downhill a little bit, and so far, you know, it's come back a little, but not to where it needs to be. Maybe Generation X can help fix that because we're also the generation that gets stuff done. Uh, you know, you see a need, you meet it. You walking through your house and you see a problem, well, you just go ahead and try to take care of it. And honestly, for the last 10 years since I've been on disability, I haven't been doing that as much as I should. I've been hurting and not doing things like I should. Trying to get my life back now. Like I said, Generation X, see a need, meet it. I've gone on the carnivore diet. I'm trying to develop a different frame of mind, and I'm going to start trying to get stuff done around here. Generation X, baby. Anyway, say hello, Sadie. Look at the camera, Sadie. Oh, and look at that baby. Anyway, this is my baby. I'm sorry if y'all object to me having my baby in the video, but she's gonna be in a bunch of them. Yeah, don't look, Daddy. Mwah. Daddy can kiss you though. Let's see. Had a whole video I did the other day. Had technical problems. No sound. I've been fighting that battle for 2 weeks now, and hopefully today, thanks to my wife, it's licked. Yes, my wife told me just record it on the phone and transfer it. So that's what I'm going to do. And eventually I'll have a better setup. So y'all just bear with me. I don't know. I'm wearing a Generation X shirt that shows my birth year, and says before all you sissies were born. And anyway, it's kind of funny. I got it on Amazon if you want to find one for yourself. I don't know. Sometimes we get labeled a lot of bad things because we don't put up with crap. We don't have time for it. We got other things we want to be doing. Come on now. A lot of us are gone. We're getting older, and sooner or later, the other generations are gonna have to fend for themselves. I like how she's doing this. Hey, now, you quit that. Anyway, she's not bashful at all. Sorry. Come on now. But my dog's trying to steal the show, y'all. She thinks she's Generation X too, I guess. And that's okay. You're honorary Generation X. You're mine. We we got whipped when we were children. And yes, we drank hose water and it didn't kill us. We lived outside more. We rode our bikes to places that our parents never would have dreamed of. I know me personally, me and my friends used to go to this place. It was an iron ore plant. It was a long ways from the house. And we'd start out in the morning. We'd go over there, and there was one day we got in one of the chutes that went underground, and we went so far, and of course it was flooded. So rather than go back up to the top, we kicked a hole in the side because, you know, all the metal was tore up anyway, it was rusted. So we just kicked the side out and got out. And we played around a little bit and messed around a little bit, and then we left. And honestly, that's the only thing we ever really tore up, was that one spot. Well, the next time we come over there, that whole conveyor that went up in the air probably 50 feet was on the ground. The whole thing had fallen. And I thank God that it didn't fall with us in it, because we started at the top and worked our way down. We went up the stairs, started at the top of the conveyor, and walked our way down looking at everything in it. You know, Duncan, you're shaking the camera, buddy. And stuff like that, you know, jumping ramps and having wrecks on our bikes. And I had a front wheel come off a bike one time that put me into a drainage ditch, and I probably had a concussion. I had a knot from one side of my head to the other. And they took me to my grandfather's house, and he kept me awake. But, you know, that's kind of, you know, I walked home with my bike and my wheel in my hand with the shoulder skint nearly to the bone, and, you know, concussion and everything else. And if that happened to one of these kids nowadays, they'd lay in the street crying till somebody come and put them in an ambulance. I don't know. Maybe I'm too hard on today's generations, but they don't seem to problem solve. They don't seem to be tough like they need to be. You know, the world's not getting any better. It's time to toughen up a little bit. You know, if you're one of these generations watching this, I'm sorry. Don't take offense, but think about it. Look at the generation before us. They fought in World War II. You know, they were pretty awesome people. You know, they saved the country. They kept the country alive while all the men left. The women did. You know, women today, well, don't get me started on that. These modern women, I'm glad my wife is down to earth. And, you know, you see these other videos, people talk about it. You know what I'm talking about. It's just not the same as it used to be. And maybe that's just me getting old. But it's the truth. I really wish the world could go back a few years and right itself and solve a lot of these problems. But it's not going to happen. I pray for you younger generations. You're not going to have it easy, especially not the way you're going. All I can say is to right now, Generation X is the only hope you got. Sorry. You guys bear with me. I'm really hoping this video works. You know, that's all I got to say for today. I've rambled on enough. Maybe not my best video. Hopefully they'll get better. This is only my second video, and I'm still nervous. Still trying to work out the kinks here. So you guys take care. God bless. Have a good day. Have a great day. And stay safe.